Alright everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well on this Sunday. Tonight, my video is the weekly Nobody of the Week Awards, and I give this award out to the person that says the daftest thing online, rugby league related. It can be a player, something that they've done which is daft, but generally it's just given to the player or the person that says the daftest thing in the week of rugby league, or does the daftest thing in the week of rugby league. I've done about 13 or 14 episodes of this now. It's a popular segment. There's a couple of people out there that don't like it and they troll it for some reason, but each to their own, I suppose. So what I normally do is I get straight into it and I announce the winner first, and then I go through the other nominations. So the winner of the Nobody of the Week award this week goes to Rodney Crean, and he typed Walker went missing against Parramatta. And remember last year's Origin game? Mitchell Moses goes better in big games than Cody Walker. I'm not too sure about that one, Rodney Crean. Mitchell Moses went missing in both finals matches this year. He cost Parramatta the game when he kicked the ball up against the upright when it was supposed to be 20-all. He went missing against Melbourne. Last year in the finals he went missing against Melbourne. And in 2017 he went missing against North Queensland. Cody Walker's had a great year. He's one of the form players in the competition, so to come out and see something daft like that gets you the Nobody of the Week award. Now going through some of the other nominees, the first one is Daniel McCready, and he said this in reference to Josh Mansour, most overrated player in the NRL. I'm pretty sure Josh Mansour's had a good year this year, and it's a strange thing to see about someone. You'd expect that from maybe someone to see that about Nathan Cleary or Mitchell Moses or someone like that, but I don't think there's too many people out there that would call Josh Mansour the most overrated player in the NRL. The next nomination went to Oj Rin, and he said, best cheerleader we have had all year. Congrats to Wigan for getting these dancing services that never bend the defensive line. And he said this in reference to John Bateman, who is leaving at the end of the year to come back over here to England. He played his final game against Melbourne. From what I've seen in the comment section, from what I've seen in the rugby league community, 95% of the people out there like John Bateman. They think he's a smashing player. 3% or 4% are daft cunts that see, oh, I can't understand him, I need a translator. Ha ha ha. And then you get people like Oj Rin that said that he's a fucking cheerleader, and he doesn't even bend the defensive line. He does now. So Oj Rin, you get a nomination for that. The next one comes from a comment that someone made on Facebook about me. The name's Mary Livesey, and they've come to life, you could see, because Melbourne's in the grand final. They're a Melbourne fan, judging by their display picture, and they were commenting on the NRL preliminary final tip video which I put on Facebook, and she posted in the reply section, he is a complete tosser. And I'm thinking, who's a fucking complete tosser? I picked Melbourne, you daft cunt. So Mary Livesey, you get me award. Why call me a fucking tosser when I'm actually tipping your team to win? Shows the Melbourne mentality, doesn't it? The next nomination, this one was actually sent to me by someone that follows the channel, and it's in reference to Penrith beating South Sydney. Now there's two people that commented on this particular thing. This is from Twitter. The first one was from Rabideau Robert, and he said, if he's in trouble, then it just goes to show that the refs were against South all night and we weren't even getting a penalty all game. But that's not surprising. And then NMG Sports wrote, I'm no South fan. I despise you blokes, in reference to South most of the time, but Penrith got away with everything tonight. I'm not too sure about that. Go back and watch the game. I think that both sides got some calls. Both things went against either side. Not everything went Penrith's way. They bombed a couple of tries, so I'm not too sure where they're going with that comment. The next one goes to Ryan Bertuzzi, and he posted this on the Parramatta Eels fan forum page, and he put random thought, bring Kyle Flanagan in the 7 put Mitchell Moses to 6 and Dylan Brown into the centres if Michael Jennings fails his drugs test. I'm not too sure if that's a good option, to be fair, like moving Dylan Brown, who's proven himself at 5'8" this year, putting him into the centres, and then bringing in Kyle Flanagan, who's been derided, and then moving Mitchell Moses to 6. I don't think that's a particularly good move, to be fair. Like, and Ryan Bertuzzi gets a nomination for that comment. The next one. Now this one made a complete shitstorm on the Parramatta Eels fan page, and this one was from Sharon Hughes, and she says, "Sorry, but I'll be going for Melbourne on Sunday. Just cannot bring myself to support Penrith at all. They will be due for a big loss on grand final day." Now this caused a huge outpouring of anger on the Parramatta page, because if anyone knows the history between Parramatta and Melbourne, you know the feelings that Parramatta fans have for Melbourne in general, including me. And I basically said, look, we've played them 7 times in the finals. 7 times we lost against them. On 5 of those occasions, it ended our season or stopped us from winning the Premiership. And on the other 2 occasions, we went out the next week. So that's 7 times that Melbourne have stopped us from winning the Premiership. They're the reason why we're still stuck on 4 Premierships. So for someone to support the team that's stopped us from winning, it's just crackers. It's just fucking, I don't know what they're going on about that, like, because I think there was only one person on the whole page that went, yeah, I'm going for Melbourne as well. Should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. The next one is from the Rugby League Report. Now, I think the Rugby League Report used to be called Zero Fucks Given, NRL Zero Fucks Given. The way that they go about shite, it's the same. But they posted, the South Sydney Rabbitohs completed a 3-year repeat of their own. 3 consecutive losses in the preliminary final, stretching all the way back to 2018. A truly great accomplishment. Ha 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 ha, and all that keep it. And I ended up replying to that saying, well, to be fair, in the last 3 preliminary finals that Souths have played, they haven't been the favourites in any of them. They weren't the favourites against Eastern Suburbs. Eastern Suburbs finished minor premiers that year. They weren't the favourites against Canberra, who were on this emotional wave, and they were playing in Canberra, sellout crowd. And then this year, they're up against Penrith, who were going for 17 games in a row, minor premiers, and South had finished 6th, so it's not like they were favourites to win any of these games and that they've bottled it. I think that South did well in all 3 preliminary finals, but they weren't the favourites. So for Rugby League Report to see that, that's just fucking daft. And then the final nomination of the week went to Established 1982, who said, "Still trying to work out why someone who has not won shit and never played Origin or for Australia calls himself the king." This is in relation to Clint Gutherson. Well, what I got to see to that Established 1982 is that Clint Gutherson has never actually referred to himself as the king. He didn't come up with the nickname. Someone else come up with the nickname. It's the media and the fans that call him Clint Gutherson, not himself. I've never heard him once say, "I'm the king, look at me, I'm fucking the best, I'm doing this, I'm doing that." He's never said nout. It's been the fans and the media that have created this whole king persona. So you're way off the mark there, like, with that comment. So that's my Noopty of the Week award this week. The winner went to Rodney Crean for his comments saying that Mitchell Moses is better in big games than Cody Walker. Now, before I go as well, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you have watched a couple of videos and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I do a new email. And also make sure that you share the videos, get them out there. I'm trying to get the 300 subscribers by the end of the month. I'm up to 276 now, so thank you to the people that have just recently subscribed. Let's try to get to 300. And stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be the South Sydney Rabbitohs season review for 2020. That's coming out tomorrow on Monday. So anyways, everyone, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you all later. Tatty bye.